the situation right there. So that you first step back. Okay, from stepping back, the next thing that you want to do is you want to appease that inmate. Let's not make it into a mountain. It's a molehill, something that can easily solve. Look, give me back the pizza, we'll give you a second meal. How's that? Is that going to work? It's not going to work. He's still banging, he's still swearing. Well, while you're doing that, you try to use body language, raising your hands, basically saying, look, we can work this out. Okay? If that's not going to work, the next thing that you would do is you want to elevate it. Okay? Tell you what, just move over there, I'm going to get a supervisor. I'm going to bring a supervisor down to talk to you. I'm taking this very seriously. We'll get this all worked out. Okay? And if you can use a supervisor. Fortunately, we don't have supervisors on weekends. So if you don't, what happens then is once again you try to appease them. Direct them, using body language, direct them to the other meal. Take out your notepad, take down his name, take down the incident, so that he knows that you're taking it seriously and that you will direct it up, because they want to be treated with respect. Okay? So once you go through that process, you report it. Okay? You've documented it, you make sure it gets into the system, and then you have to make a decision on what action. Now, if you ever feel that you are actually in harm, you press your PPA. I've pressed mine in the last year 3 times. Okay, you press it. If you've read that that's going down, you press your PPA, and the guards come. And then it is an incident. You're writing a report at that point. The paperwork is there. Okay? So recommending can be anything. This guy could be having a bad day. So I might recommend to the keeper, I might say, you know what, at the end of the meal line, I'd like you to keep so-and-so, inmate so-and-so. I'd like you to bring him into the kitchen so that we can counsel, talk to him about his behavior. And 9 times out of 10, if you just take that low intrusion, they're going to say, you know what, I was having a bad day, I'm really sorry, it won't happen again. The idea is to correct that behavior, not disrupt the line, because behind him, you've got maybe 300 other guys watching, and they're waiting, and it elevates very quickly. Okay? So what I'd like you all to do is stand up. Okay? So now you're working as a corrections officer, a food service officer, and an inmate's gone off. They're right up at you.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Stand back.
Why are you standing back? Why do you take a step back?
Give him his space.
Okay. Why are you giving them his space? What are you doing? You're stepping back, you're diffusing the situation. You've given them space, you're diffusing it.
Is that giving them a signal that you're kind of scared?
No. Always keep your composure. Catch your breath, but you don't want to be going in and, because he's not going to be using the greatest language. Right? Okay, so after you've taken a step back, you've maintained your composure, what's the next thing that you're going to try to do?
Appease him.
Appease him. Good. How do you use body language? What kind of body language would you use for that?
Well, I'd still be appeasing him and using my hands and saying, look, maybe you could have something different to eat then.
Offer a suggestion.
Yeah.
Try to make it as low level as you can. Okay? So after you've done that, and it looks like it's not going to be resolved, what's the next thing that you do? Document. That's right, you document. Or you go for a supervisor, depending on what your options are. Remember that you're always in a state, now you're in a state of alert, because you've got to pay attention to what's going on. You take down the inmate's name, take down the incident, you take a look at the time. And these are very real things. Okay? So after you've done that and you've reported it, what's the last thing that you're going to want to do to reach some resolution so that this behavior doesn't happen again and isn't recurrent?
Your recommendation.
Make a recommendation. And usually the lower level, the highest level of recommendation you can make is you can have them charged. Charged, and they take away his wages. And then you are pretty much looking at a pissed off guy coming down that line a lot. So if you can keep it low level, just counsel him, there's a good chance that you're going to do that. Now, why I brought this up is because these steps are so applicable to any conflict that you go through. And if you ever work in a union or any place where there's conflict in the workplace, these are the same steps that you can take. Okay? Thank you very much.
Cool.
I appreciate your time.
I was a bit scared all
Remember when we filled out those questionnaires in 101?
About-
And mine was like authoritative.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
like it was.
Now we know why.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay,
You're gonna keep it.
Yeah. okay, why don't you take a few minutes and document this situation for us?
I recommend.
Recommend, make some recommendations.